Hi, welcome to a tutorial video as an introduction to project management. My name is Paul Dean and I'm a continuous improvement practitioner with over 25 years of experience. Project management is a very important topic but doesn't need to be overly complicated. I've been managing small and large projects for over 20 years and I've also been teaching and coaching others to manage projects. So we're spending time and resources undertaking projects, so we need to be successful. I've learned there are some simple methods and tools that will make you and your projects achieve the intended outcome. So by the end of this tutorial, I'm sure you'll be able to apply what you've learned here today to be more successful at managing projects. So what is project management? By definition, it's the process of leading a team's activities to achieve a goal within a specified time. Some important considerations to keep in mind are scope, time frame, quality, budget, and the required resources. It's distinguishable from managing normal work because the objectives are locked into a finite timescale. And this framework allows the team to be more successful. It aims to produce a complete body of work complying with the intended objective. And a project is a short-term endeavour solely designed to fulfil the intended objectives. There are a few core components of project management that I'd like to explain. It's important to define the purpose, deliverables, and justification for the project. We need a plan to undertake the work. It's also important in managing the risks, the resources, and stakeholder communication. Create ownership and visibility of the activities is very important. And finally, when closing the project, we need to celebrate the win. So why do we need to use project management? Simply to produce a very specific outcome when a team is involved with complex inputs and components is a very testing process. So when do we use project management? To separate normal activities from focused objectives when we have a finite budget, resources, and a strict timeline, and the scale of work is more complex than normal work. So before we get into tools and templates that I'm going to show you today, it's important to discuss the various roles and responsibilities within a project. Firstly, the key player is the project leader. This person must adopt the following behaviours to be successful in project management. And just to highlight a few of these, firstly, the initiator, facilitating the actions and the processes of the project. 2, negotiator, working with the various resources for the benefit of the project. 3, listener, is proactively listening to all the members of the project to achieve the best outcome. And 4, coaching, maximising the potential of all the team members. And tasks, the project leader arranges all the meetings, manages all actions and activities and reports to the sponsor. Secondly, the role of the project team member is as follows, and just to highlight some key responsibilities: shares the workload, contributes to the activities, and is totally aligned with the project's direction. A team member can be temporarily co-opted to the project as required, but if they're not fully involved, then maybe they don't need to be a full-time member. So thirdly, the role of the sponsor is to provide necessary support as one who has the greatest interest in the outcome. They'll clear roadblocks and undertake toll gates or a phase gate step, providing approval for the project team to transition to the next phase. Projects should be divided into phases. This is a logical framework for tracking progress, providing structure and predictability for the team. It allows the sponsor to tollgate the project's progression. The most common 5 phases in a project are: 1, initiation, justification and launching. 2, planning, that is determining the workflow. 3, execution, that is actually undertaking the activities we've planned. 4, control and monitoring, that's ensuring we're heading in the right direction towards our goal. And finally, 5th, closure, signing off, celebrating the wins, and capturing key learnings. So there are a few simple tools that are used in project management. I'd like to show you 3 in particular in a little bit more detail. Project charter, Gantt chart, and action plan. So what is a project charter? It's a summary of the key justification points of the project. It allows alignment, it's used as an authorization tool, and it's used primarily in the initiation phase and is a reference for the project's direction throughout the project's life cycle. So I'll just explain in further detail the aspects of the project charter. Number 1, background. This gives an overall picture or context of the project. 2, current situation. The current state or challenge or issue that we're facing and the reason why we're undertaking the project. And this could include a chart, data analysis, or findings, etc. Future situation is the goal or objective of the project. I found a huge benefit is to write the objective in a SMART format. S, specific. Be very clear on what we want to achieve. M, measurable. What is the actual target we want to achieve? A, achievable. Be realistic. Is it possible to achieve this goal? R, relevant. The objective needs to be part of the strategy for the organisation. And T, time-based. We need to have a specific time frame to achieve the goal. Number 4 is members. And this is pretty straightforward. It's just the members of the team. 5 is the plan. Indicate how the plans will be displayed, maybe through a Gantt chart, which I'll describe in a little bit more detail shortly. 6, tracking. How are we going to track the project's progress and the achievements towards the objective? 7, final results. This is where we capture our achievements to the intended objective. The second tool I'd like to detail is a Gantt chart. This is a tool with horizontal bars representing steps, tasks, phases, activities across a timescale. It visualises the whole project and allows ease of determining the sequence and timing the steps. Now, to simply set up a Gantt chart, we divide all the tasks into components, we delegate people responsible to these tasks, we assign a start and a finish date for each of the tasks, and we finally determine the relationship between these tasks. Now, there's a simple set of Gantt chart templates freely available from Microsoft Office, and the website is templates.office.com. In the search box, type Gantt charts, find the particular style of chart that you'd like, and then simply download it. Now, this is my favourite go-to version of the Gantt chart templates. It's made up of 7 sections, which I'll go through in detail, and it's built in Excel, so it's pretty easy to navigate. Firstly, the name of the project, pretty straightforward. Second, the method of measuring the timescale. In this case, it's the week numbers, but could be easily week commencing or actual dates. Then the list of tasks or activities, which can be grouped into phases. Then the bulk of the planner is plan start. That's the date we're planning to start, or the week number we're planning to start, and that's obviously linked to the time scale period to the right hand side. Plan duration is the planned length of the task in weeks or days, depending on our chosen time scale. Actual start, when the task actually commenced. Actual duration, this pre-populates given the preceding dates. Now, as the project progresses and the task is completed, the percentage complete column can be amended, and this will drive the color coding on the horizontal bars on the right. Then the last item is how the Gantt chart is viewed. Normally the highlighted period is the current date. Now, this will easily indicate if the activities are ahead or behind the expected scheduled date. It's a pretty simple template that's easily downloaded from templates.office.com. The final tool I'd like to showcase is the action plan. As the project progresses, the team will raise and agree on actions that need to be captured. For the project to be successful, actions need to be raised and completed on time. A simple technique to achieve this is by using an action plan. In this case, we have a label indicating the name of the project, the action number, the date the action was raised, the detail of the action, and if it's part of a group or phase, the owner of the action and its due date or negotiated due date. Then once the action has been completed, the completed date is entered here. And in this case, there is a series of metrics tracking the performance of the action plan. If we see that the action plan is very important in project management, then measuring the effectiveness of this plan is very important as well. So this brings me to the end of this tutorial, an introduction to project management. Over the years, I've found that a simple structure, that is defining the project roles, and a set of tools such as Charter, Gantt chart and Action Plan can significantly assist us in achieving our goal and therefore make our projects so much more successful. I encourage you to look out for other tutorials on the same topic. Thank you for watching.